let me show you how I got from this little raggedy head to something real beautiful, luxurious, natural, pulling it back, and ooh, girl, look like my hair. Who gonna tell me it's not? This hair is a bomb, y'all. It is my first time applying tape ends, and I'm gonna tell you this is better than a quick weave, tracks, a sew and a glue in. The most versatile, most natural looking hair installation ever. So check it out. Ladies, what is up, and welcome to the channel. So you know we're going to be talking about these tape ends that I have in my hair today. Before we jump into that, please hook your sister up, click on that pretty red subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. You don't want to miss anything when I upload. Trust me, you really don't, sis. Okay, if you're here for this, you're gonna want some more. If you ain't here for this, you don't like this, you're gonna like something else I did. I'm just letting you know. Now, today's video is sponsored by White Wigs. They did send me over some bundles, some tape ends, and I must say it is my very first time trying tape ends, and if it wasn't for White Wigs, to be honest with you, I wouldn't have tried it because it was like the last thing on my mind. Now, this is my very first time installing tape ends, and I have thin and short hair, so it was a bit of a challenge as far as finding a parting pattern that worked for me, but I did the best I could, girl. And I did have a little mishaps along the way. Child, you might see some of my flyaways, not my flyaways, my leaf out hanging and sticking up because they're not cooperative at all, girl. I'm gonna have to wrap this thing and get it right overnight. But for what it's worth, I think it came out really, really cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dive in because I know you just want to see it. So let's go. So again, the hair is from White Wigs, and I have 3 bundles of their 16-inch light yaki tape and hair extensions. Now each bundle comes with 40 pieces in it. It is 100% virgin human hair, and they did provide us some extra tapes. Okay, so you can wear the tape ends for 6 to 8 weeks depending on how you apply them, and you can wear it for up to 3 times. So having some extra tape is really convenient. Now they are pre-taped, ready to apply, and they are made to look and feel like your natural hair. So if you want to add a little volume, add some length, or you want to do both, you can. It is damage-free professional salon quality hair and tape, so it should remove easy with proper removal. Okay, girl, use solution, don't rip it out. Now my hair, or tape ends I should say, was jet black. It was dyed jet black for me, so I went ahead and used a box dye, and I just jet blacked my hair so we could be on the same type of time. And I'm going to blow dry it, and I will be flat ironing it so that way it can blend and look really good up against these tape ends, girl. Okay, so I do want to mention that this is my very first time applying tape ends. I have done clip ends before, but never tape ends. So I did think I was going to do a half up, half down style with this, while also being able to wear the hair absolutely down and also being able to pull it up in a ponytail. So as you see, my parting is kind of sectioned in a way where I have the front section, the back section, but this particular parting that you see me doing here is very important if you want to be able to pull your hair up into a ponytail without showing any tape and tracks. Okay, so the rule of thumb is to part it out and use your comb to see if you can see it. If you can see it, you got to pull more hair out. If you cannot see it, you're good to go. Now I have on nails which can be thick, so I did use tweezers. I want to show you that you can use tweezers to peel it right off, and it's super easy. So the best way for me to apply it is to set up a couple of mirrors, because obviously I can't see the back of my head. If it is your first time doing this, I do suggest you getting a couple of mirrors or getting somebody to help you, because you may need to see what you're doing. But I went ahead and I placed my first tape in on my hair. So you want to press it up on your hair, not directly on your scalp or that part, because it will be hard to move the hair up and down. And you want it to be flexible. You don't want it poking you, and you don't want it to rip from your scalp. So definitely leave about a ½ an inch or so between your roots and where you're placing the tape in. And you just want to place it on your hair, flip it upside down. Any hair that didn't catch, brush it or comb it away, not brush, comb it away, and just apply the bottom tape into it. Squeeze it together really, really good so that way it sticks and you are set. So I am parting my hair in like a smiley face, like, you know, type of way. I was thinking about, you know, if I should have just parted this and went about doing this the way I used to do my glue ends. And like I said, it is my first time doing taping, so I was nervous and I didn't want to mess it up, because once you clamp those two pieces together and sandwich it, they call it a sandwich, you cannot just remove it. You need to make sure you have the proper solution to remove it. So I was like, girl, I was very cautious with this, and it took me a lot of hours, okay? It was about 11 at night when I started, and maybe I finished at 3 in the morning because I took my time and I just didn't want to mess up. So I will say this. I was being very, very ambitious and trying to have multiple styling options with these tape ends. And for your very first time, if you are someone who's never done this, I don't suggest that. I suggest you sticking to something simple, which would be simply parting out your hair, for simply leave out for a middle part or a side part, but also leaving your edges out around the perimeter like you saw me mapping out, so that way you can pull it up into a ponytail. But what I was trying to do was have it set up so I can do a middle part, a side part on each side, and do half up, half down, and putting it up in a ponytail. Very ambitious of me, okay? But it is not so easy for your first time. So I do suggest getting your fingers wet, playing around with the tape ends first before trying to do something so advanced, just so that way your hair will look right. Because I did have to tweak up a couple things after, which we'll see later on. It ended up looking cute, but I wasn't able to do all of the styles that I wanted to do because of the mapping of the parting space and the length of my hair and the thinness of my hair. So all of that plays a major part. You just have to look at it and make sense out of it. If you ever done a quick weave, a sew in, glue in with tracks, you have to think very similar as far as being able to cover up your tracks, but a little bit more here usually is required to cover your tracks or tape-ins in this instance, because I noticed the tape-ins are really thick. Like the wefts are not skinny and easy to hide like a track. So that's why it's very important to leave enough leave outs, which I think I had an issue at the very end of the video in the front of my hair and in the crown of my head. So I do know next time how to part it a little bit better so that it works out for me. Anyways, I'm done the back of my head, so I'm just flattening it out. My leave out is very stubborn, and y'all know that I have short hair. It is relaxed though. But it's very stubborn. It's just like the type of hair that just want to pokes out. It doesn't want to lay flat. So I did have some problems with it. The next day after sleeping in the hair and tying it down, it did apply much better. Now, important step with working in the front area, if you do plan on pulling your hair up into a ponytail, I do advise you to part your hair in a diagonal slant as you see me doing, low from the back, up, going up towards the front, and leaving enough edges out. If you leave some edges out, girl, you don't have to worry about anything showing. You could pull the hair back if you wanted to, sleek it back if you wanted to, and just cover up all the tracks. One thing with the tape-ins, I realized you can actually leave more hair out than you think you need to as far as like the perimeter and stuff goes, because the bundles are really, really, really full. So I did get 3 bundles like I said earlier, but I only ended up using 2, and I feel like it was really full. Now this is me mapping out where my parting space is going to be, just like how I mapped out in the back area before I started applying the tape-ins. I suggest you do that first. Do not follow my step. I suggest you mapping out where your middle part is going to be, using the comb to see if you can see the tape-ins, and sectioning that area off before even applying any tape-ins in the front area. It's just easier to map out the leave out first, y'all. Trust me, okay? Trust me. I will say this though. Tape-ins are really easy to use. Wild Wigs really did something here, because the texture is really, really pretty, really natural. I love the little creams, the little yuckiness in it. And like I said, it's really full and it's giving you so much body. Now, granted, y'all, I didn't apply this hair the best way that I could have, being a beginner, but I feel like it still came out really pretty. And that's me adding another track, because there was a line that you can clearly see my short hair versus the long hair on the sides, where I didn't add any tracks because I was leaving some space to have a part down that center to separate the front and the back for a half up, half down. But in my situation, it just wasn't going to work because I didn't like what it was looking like. So the half up, half down hairstyle is just not going to work for me. Okay. Not this time. So Yeah, I'm just doing a quick little few finishing touches. Of course, I did the other side exactly how I did the other side on the front of my head. So I'm just trying to get my hair to, for goodness sakes, just lay down. Like, my hair was being so stubborn, you guys. Like, it just wouldn't, it wouldn't lay down. It was sticking up for dear life. But I really, really like these clip-ins, and I'm going to say this. This is like the best thing for me as far as feeling like your hair is actually done and you don't want to be taking off your wig and putting it back on. I feel like these are the way to go. I love how natural it looks. It looks so good. I still have it in my head right now. My hair is in a little ponytail, and because my edges were left out, it just looks so good and so natural. It's so much better than tracks and glue-ins and sew-ins, y'all, because you can do more. It's more versatile. You can flip the hair up and down. It's very flexible. Look how gorgeous this hair is. It's moving. Like, I am so pleased with these tape-ins. Super pleased. The only thing I'm not pleased with is my particular application. But like I said, for my very first time, I think I did a really bang up job for my first time. Look at that. Look at that pullback. Goodness gracious. Like, so freaking good, y'all. The back will look so good if I were to pull that up too. That's why all of that leave out is good. Now, I'm going to let you know this. If you have longer hair and you don't have short hair like mine, then what I did around the perimeter to pull the hair up into the ponytail and all of that, your hair is definitely going to hit better than mine did, especially if you have some thickness too. My hair is thin and short, so you know it's a little bit of a challenge to cover up tracks and stuff. But all in all, this hair is banging. Like, for real. Ladies, okay, I need to know in the comment section, do you think you're going to be trying tape-ins? And if you do, because I know a lot of you will try the tape-ins, because like I said, it's the best thing. It's better than quick weave, okay? This is the next best thing. We need to get, this is so versatile. I think if I do try tape-ins again, I will definitely try a different method as far as what I did, because, you know, initially I was trying to get it to do a half up, half down side part. I was doing too much. For your first time, I was doing too much and it didn't come out right. And I think also because I have short hair, so where it was missing gaps like on the sides and stuff like that, you were very much able to tell that it was like missing hair. If you have longer hair, then the pattern that I did might definitely work out really good for you, because you won't be able to see like super short and super long of missing gaps and no hair in that area, if that makes sense. Because not everyone uses the tape-ins for actually getting length. Some people just use it for volume and adding more body to their hair. So I just want to put that out there. Now, of course, the direct link to these tape-ins will be linked in the description box. And if there's a promo code, that'll be there as well. The direct link to buy wigs. And if you want to check out some other things, they do have some other textures for the tape-ins as well. Curly, you know. So get what you gotta get and get what you gotta do, okay? You know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you ladies go. Today's video was actually fun. It was a challenge time. I had to push through with everything in me, but I did it. So I'm gonna go ahead and see y'all in another video. Until then, I will holla later.